Hey, party people. I just need one person to be talking to. Yes. And not Andy. Today, I am going to share, because I get questions all the time, and I posted yesterday. Hey, guys. I posted yesterday how I thought it was so interesting that my least interested, so I found out my intern who pulled those analytics from my Instagram, he said that what that list that I posted was based on, which if you didn't see it, it was a list of the top, 10 or so subjects of interest that my following is interested in. And it's good to know that, because that's if you're going to create content, create what the people want. Well, I thought it was interesting that I created a presence online around my health and wellness passion, and health and wellness was bottom of the list. But I got so many DMs I'm into health. So what he was saying that those interests are based on they're based on those interests are based on what pages my following follows. So if you think about it, you just may not follow a lot of health pages, but that doesn't mean you're not interested in health. So anyways, because I got so many questions, and I always get questions, and because I don't talk about health very often, I'm going to show you guys my apothecary. This is what I take on a daily basis, and people are always asking me what I take. So I want to just preface it with, I don't diet. Between my genes and my metabolism, I naturally lose weight after having babies. So I'm not going to ever sell anything and be because I take Juice Plus, I've lost all of my baby weight or whatever, because that's not the case. But I do eat very healthy, and I do eat very mindful. I also eat bad stuff. Yesterday, I went to the Hat, if you guys know the Hat, and I got a whole thing of onion rings to myself, and I ate most of them, and then I was too full to eat the sandwich, but I stuffed myself and ate half the sandwich, and I'm about to eat the other half for breakfast. So I eat bad too, but I eat mindfully good most of the time. So rule number 1 when it comes to how I maintain my healthy lifestyle, hi Brielle. Number 1 is I keep junk out of my house. So literally my husband always is man, we don't have any snacks. We don't buy processed snacks. Our pantry is just like substitute flours, almond flour, things like that. Almond flour, we use cassava flour, coconut flour. We have it's not, there's no snacks in there. And then our fruit, we don't eat fruit. Right now we're killing sugar in our diet, aside from the sugar that I blatantly eat, but we're trying not to buy it in the house. So we're only buying green apples, and I only use bananas because my husband is you're not going to deprive me completely, and so he uses bananas in his shakes. But we only are eating green apples right now, and grapefruit. Those are the only 2 fruits that we're buying in the house right now, because we're trying to get rid of our sugar. So rule of thumb that I follow is limited processed foods. I don't buy them. I'll eat them. If you show me a bag of Cheetos, I'm going to tear it up. But I just won't buy them in my house. So not buying processed foods, not buying sugary foods, because if there's sugar in my house, I'll talk myself into why I need to just eat it so it can be gone. So no sugar in the house. Limited fruits, because we find that when we cut out the sugar, then we load up on fruit. We'll make 3 fruit smoothies a day, and that has just as much sugar in it at the end of the day. So no buying the sugar, and no gluten, wheat, pasta, bread, things like that. So no bread and all of that. And then we focus on our food being, hi Selena. Yes. Okay. We focus on our food being, whole food, fruits and vegetables. And then I eat more keto or paleo, so I eat meat. So I just eat clean meat, organic, grass-fed, and I will not budge on that. So I'm starting to now not eat out at restaurants. I like, granted, I bought the hat, but I'm really trying to be more mindful as like more as possible. Like, so for example, I eat Panera Bread a lot. There's salads, and I usually get the chicken. I won't order the chicken salad anymore because I don't know where they're buying their meat. And so you can you can basically assume that restaurants are not buying clean grass-fed meat unless they're advertising it, because if they are, it's going to be super expensive and they're going to let you know about it. So I just am trying to cut out meat in public places unless I know the source. So those are the only like diety rules that I follow. So I'm going to turn my screen. I'm going to show you guys my daily regimen, my intake of what I take every day. And I've worked with 2 healers. I'm working with one right now for Indy's eczema. So if you have any autoimmune, any gut issues, any like digestion issues, any skin issues, most issues we have are related to the gut, and you get to fix your gut. So we follow a gut healing diet, and that's why we do no sugar, no gluten, no wheat. So these things that I'm going to show you are what our daily regimen includes. We need a fat, a ferment, fruits and vegetables, and then the protein. So I'm going to show you guys what we take, and then if you have questions, just ask me. So first of all, I stay with a fresh broth. So in my broth, I just put a whole free range organic chicken, and I buy these like jugs of water, and I just pour a whole jug. You could use your own water, but we have a water softener on our house, so we can't drink our faucet water. So I just pour a whole one of those, a whole chicken. I put pink Himalayan salt. I put pepper. And then I just break in half 1 to 2 carrots and celery. I always have carrots and celery in my refrigerator. And then I just let that boil, bring it to a boil, and then I cover it and I simmer it for 6 hours. When I'm being like extra, I'll put parsley, like fresh parsley. I'll put an onion in there, some garlic, and I will also add a little bit of apple cider vinegar. But when I'm just rushing, like, because I make this pretty much every other day, I just do the basic. But those other ingredients, if I have them and I feel like adding them, I will. Then, so what I do with the broth is I will make soups. I'll use it to put in my rice. I'll use it for whatever. So once it's done, I have like a collection of like mason jars, and I just put them in the jars, and then I store them in my refrigerator. The reason why it's homemade is important is because when you buy the store-bought broth, they pull out the fats, and they also add other ingredients. So like Indy can't have all of the ingredients that they add into store-bought broth, so I don't use store-bought. So you're getting way more nutrition. Plus, again, if you are going to buy store-bought, at least buy the grass-fed organic kind. But like, I just like to know that it's fresh, made at home. So I'm literally constantly boiling a pot of broth, and I just keep it in my refrigerator. So for those of you who guys don't eat meat, don't like chicken, I don't know what to tell you, but that's a staple. We always have broth in our house, and we use it as a base. Other is fats. So coconut, what I learned about coconut oil, they sell it everywhere. You can buy it everywhere, but they're not all clean sources. You don't know where they came from. You don't know if they're bleached. You don't know how they're processed. You don't know if they have additives. So this one is one of my healers that I've worked with. This is what she recommends. She said she's done research, and it's the cleanest one she's found. A lot of sodium on the market, the store-bought ones too. Yes. So this one is called CoconutTreat. You can Google it. And I will also post all the links. I don't know if anybody knows how to pin links. Let me know, and I can do that here. But like, so I buy this big boy toy, but I just got this one in the mail, and I'm like, why is it so little? But you could see like my hand. Well, I have big hands, but it's like really big. So we go through this one because we put this in our daily smoothie. So we drink this every single day, and I just throw 2 tablespoons of that in my shakes. But then I also use it in, I make the girls like an ice cream dessert. I'll use it in there. I do it, where else do I put it? We make like these frozen chocolates that we do. And so, yeah, I'll use it in that. So we use it for everything. This is a great oil base. You can cook with it, but this is a clean one. So let me see, if I can I don't know if there's one tea or not. So I'm probably not going to be able to. I'm going to upload this to YouTube and then I'll put all these links because I don't know how to link them. So that's the fat. And then I'm seeing a question about sauerkraut. Yes, we do. I hate sauerkraut. My kids don't like it. But we always have it. And what I do with it is I juice it. It's kind of disgusting, but I juice this. So pretty soon here, I'll juice this in my juicer. And then what I'll do is I just take shots of it. And the way I gas myself up is like, if I could have taken, you can see like all my ferment stuff here. We use this Inner Eco, like I'll pour that into their kombucha so these ones are homemade kombuchas that I made, but I disguise them in the old bottles so that the girls don't know. And then these ones are the store-bought ones. So once we finish them, I save them and I put my homemade one there, because the homemade one I add in my own ferments, because what my healer taught me was that we buy kombucha and think we're doing it, but they actually don't culture store-bought kombuchas properly. So most of the store-bought kombuchas on the market are not actually fermented properly, so they're not really as beneficial as we think they are. So I was like, okay, I didn't know that. So she taught me how to make my own. So yes, we do sauerkraut, but I don't like eating it, so I juice it. Okay, so we have the fat, the ferment. How I do my ferment is the juiced sauerkraut, and then I get this is the probiotic kombucha, which it's not kombucha. I guess I think Kavita is the type. I don't know. I just do what she says. But this is the one that she recommends. And then when I open it and drink it, she has me sprinkle some of these. Now, here's the thing. She has all these 4 blends of probiotic that she specifically recommended for my family. And so I sprinkle a little bit of each into a big jar. So I'll pour a bunch of these into a jar, sprinkle it, and I let it ferment. And then I separate them and put them in these bottles. So I'm not trying to make this complicated. Just this is the kind of brand that she recommended if you're going to do this. And then these are the brands of additives that she recommends if it's something that you're wanting to look into. But I'm not here to teach on that because I'm not her and she's the expert and I'm not an expert on that. So I'm going to move those out of the way, and I'm just going to say, get you a probiotic, do your research. That's what she does. I pay for her to do the research for me. A vitamin D. So one of the things that most of us are deficient in is vitamin D. And when we don't have this, it will help. It kind of can prevent us from absorbing other nutrients, and same with these minerals. So she has me doing these 2 mineral blends, which they taste like death, which I have never dyed before, but it's like what I imagine it would be like. This is what she has me take, and it's a cap full of each. So I do a shot of them. Again, I pour a little bit of my Kavita, and then I do a shot of each of these from the cap. And then she says that these minerals are the missing link to most people's health issues. So if you don't take minerals, you should be on minerals. I didn't know that. I just started taking them. So there you have that. She has me on an EstroGuard. So this is to flush out some of the bad hormones in the body, I believe. Again, I'm not an expert on any of these couple of things, the minerals, the probiotics, and this. So I'm just showing you what I take. And I just trust her because she's done lots of research. So she has me on EstroGuard. So I take that every day. And then the vitamin D. And then she also has me on this Maca Harmony, which it's I think it's the maca powder, which I've heard lots about. Again, don't know the benefits. I just take it because she says to take it. So this is all new. I used to only take my Juice Plus, but now I've added these probiotics and these 2 pills to my daily routine. So this is the brand. This is what it is. Why it says naturally supports normal hormone balance, supports normal menstrual cycle, normal reproductive health. I clearly don't struggle in those areas. Supports bone health. So those are the benefits of this. And then, of course, I'm going to refill my Juice Plus, but I've been on Juice Plus for 6 years. So actually 7, because I was taking it when I was pregnant with my 7-year-old. So I've been on Juice Plus for 7 years, and I don't miss a day. I will not go a day. If you knew just how important fruits and vegetables were to your body, you would never let yourself go a day without eating them, but we do it all the time. So I do not let myself go without fruits and vegetables. So this is my omegas. These are plant-based. So one cool fact that I learned about omegas, I never knew that fish like salmon and all that, fish that have like the omega in fish comes from what they eat, which is plants like algae. And so you can see it has some algae, and then it has these different fruits that also have some omega nutrients in it. So it has omega 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, and there's no fish, so you don't have to worry about contamination and all of the different things. Yes, I see that you're on this journey. I love making my own kombucha, and I did not know that about the store-bought. Yeah, I didn't know it either. I just learned it. What are you scared of when it comes to making your own? I was scared too, but I'm just wondering because I'm just curious. So omegas, if you don't like the fish taste, literally these actually taste good. Like they taste, and I just heard on our mom call yesterday, one of our moms pokes a hole in this and lets the baby suck it. So I'm going to try that with Noli. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to do that when she wakes up from her nap. But you don't have to worry about any contamination from fish. Those are my omegas, good for your brain health, heart health, so much health. I take those. I haven't always been on an omega, so I probably added omegas 2 years ago, and then Juice Plus added them about a year ago, or I don't know how long ago, but ever since they added it, I buy it from Juice Plus. So that's those. And then you have your berries. Berries are one of the most least eaten fruits, but most important for blood flow, brain health, just so much functioning of the body. Oh, yeah. Well, according to my healer about the kombucha, she said you can't really go wrong with it. Like after the first couple of days, and maybe anybody else who makes it, you guys can chime in. But like she said, after the first couple of days, put it in the refrigerator. But basically, it just ferments and gets stronger, but it doesn't necessarily go bad. And that fermented things you can have for like 2 years. So, berries, least eaten berry fruit, but they're one of the most essential. And most people who order Juice Plus ask me, what's the difference between the red and green and the purple? And I'm going to turn my cane because I have to go get my other ones. The thing is that you want to eat the rainbow. So don't just eat red and green, eat red, green, and purple. So in the purple blend, you're getting all your berries. In the red, you're getting all your fruits. And in the green, you're getting all your vegetables. And again, like I said, it's one of those things that it's like, even if you're a I have so many people who order Juice Plus who are vegetarians, and they still see results when they take Juice Plus, because Juice Plus is made on their own farms and they vine ripen them. So instead of picking bananas when they're green, there's no bananas in Juice Plus, but that's just the best example. Avocados and bananas are my favorite one to use as an example. They pick them when they're green and not ripe. And what happens is there's no nutrients. That's like a baby being born premature. And so what happens is it doesn't get it, like your produce gets its nutrition at the last state of ripening. And so if you, hey, Kynan, if you, I'm talking about health. I was telling them earlier how even though health was my last topic, I think it's because there's not a lot of health pages, and I got so many DMs of people saying, I'm into health, that's why I follow you, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, let me do some health stuff. So anyways, fruits are supposed to be picked. Like if you even remember the days when you would pick a fruit, because most people don't do that anymore, you're supposed to, like, it's ripe when it falls off without like yanking it. That's when it's ready to eat and when you're supposed to pick it. But because we're in a fast-paced mass production world, everything has to be produced, picked when it's green so that it can ripen on the way, on the trucks, being shipped to wherever it's going, sit on the shelf, and then make it to your house. And so they pick everything soon. Apples are picked not years, but a year. I learned this at an apple farm. They pick them a year early, and then they bathe it in this wax and preserve it for so long so that it's in season when apples are all year round, even though apples aren't in season all year round. So sadly, even if you eat just fruits and vegetables, or you eat a lot of them, you're not getting the nutrition that you actually need because it's not vine ripened. Most produce on the market now is non-GMO. So if you're not buying organic, non-GMO produce, you're getting scientifically made produce that is not even being fully recognized by your body. And this is why the required amount that they're recommending to people is it used to be an apple a day. Now it's 7 to 9 servings. If you work out every day, it's 16 to 18 servings. That's because a serving now, like I learned this, and there's this cool visual. It's like one peach in 1952 was equal to 52 peaches today. So like if you eat 52 peaches, you'll equal what one peach used to equal in nutritional value. So whether it's your spinach, because the visual that I was picturing was of like, it was like 50 bowls of spinach and then one bowl of spinach, and it was saying how depleted our soil is, how much pesticides and herbicides is being put on our produce. And so the bottom line is you cannot eat the amount of fruits and vegetables you possibly need, and most people don't. Let's just be honest. Most of us mean well. We like to eat them, but we don't always get to them because they're not the most convenient, easy things to get to. So that's why I do not go a day without it. That's why if I see a pregnant person, I'm like, have you heard of Juice Plus? I would love to share it with you, because I'm like, get this in your baby system. Like, how can you not flood your body with it? And so anyways, this is the, let me open these. So that's the Juice Plus part. What did I go over? So I went over the broth, the fat. If you're just joining, I'm going over my daily staples to my health regimen, because most people think it's just Juice Plus, but no, it's a broth, because you want to have a good, the broth is really good. It has lots of benefits. It's a fat through the coconut oil. It's a ferment through my different probiotics. And then it's fruits and vegetables through my Juice Plus, and then obviously I eat them too. And then I eliminate sugars, processed foods in my house, and I still eat them, but I just try not to buy them. So I was just replenishing my jars because they're running low. What else? Okay, so I got all of that. I got the minerals. And then the last thing, so every day I drink a shake. So I use my complete powder. My go-to is chocolate, banana, peanut butter, and what else do I put in? And I do a dash of cinnamon and ice. That's what I do at nighttime for a treat, when I'm craving sugar and I'm just dying for sugar. So this is my healthy treat. I drink one of these every day as a treat. My not so much of a treat, but my necessity shake is I'll do 8 ounces of water. And I would make it for you guys, but I already had it, so I don't want to make it again. But I do 8 ounces of water, and then I do 2 tablespoons of this colostrum. I never even knew that they made colostrum. I thought it was just women's breast milk, but my healer has me drinking this for my immune system and for recovery. So, okay, it got paused, sorry. So I add 2 tablespoons of this to the water, and then I do a fiber, which there's fiber in my Juice Plus, but she has me doing that. I do a fermented super green with, she said a lot of us don't eat sea plants. And so I definitely don't. I hate anything from the ocean. So this is what kind of makes the shake. I have an ocean aftertaste, but I do it for my body and my vitality. So a scoop of this, a scoop of this. This is spirulina. There's also spirulina in the Juice Plus, so I'm getting lots of spirulina. And then I do some hemp seeds. I do 2 tablespoons of my coconut oil so that I'm getting my fat. And then I put some strawberries, because my permitted fruits are strawberries, berries, in a minimum amounts. That's not the word I'm looking for, but not a lot. And then green apples and grapefruit. So I'll put strawberries in my shake. I blend it up, and I drink that every morning for pink and green. So I drink that shake every morning, and I just take it down to the head. That and my mineral shots are not the best tasting thing, but here's the thing, I always say this when it comes, for example, I get people who take Juice Plus, because let me turn this around and I'll show you guys, when you take Juice Plus, you do 2 of each color a day. I do double that because I breastfeed and I'm always pregnant, and when you have babies, it takes your body 18 months to replenish from what you've put out to create the baby. And so I just double my Juice Plus. So I take double the dose. So that's, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 8 a day that's required. So you would do 2 red a day. I don't know why I put these caps on because I need to fill my containers. But you do 2 red a day, 2 green a day, 2 omegas, and then what did I miss? And then 2 purple, right? Well, I do double that. So people are like, oh my gosh, that's so many pills, blah, 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 blah. And here's the thing. First of all, you're not eating all that fruits and vegetables, so suck it up and get it down. I take 2 pills at a time. I learned this trick. If you take any pills, and I'll show you how quickly I do my Juice Plus. If you take any pills, literally try this trick next time. We're so used to, hold on. We're so used to drinking like this and throwing our head back. Well, I learned if you go like this, try it right now. Go like this, and you feel how closed off when you go like this. Your throat's actually open. So I literally pop 2 pills in my mouth, and I swallow them like that. Boom, 8 pills down the hatch. Literally didn't even take me 30 seconds. So then I just finished my water, and that's one dose. So what I do every day, hi Erica, what I do every day is then I break them in. I bought this little thing at what's it called, like Marshalls or TJ Maxx or one of those, and I just separate my pills in them. So what I was going to say about complaining about, oh, that's so many pills, or this is so much stuff, or it's so hard to make broth and eat coconut oil and do probiotics and vitamin D, and I've showed you guys a lot of stuff, but what's hard? Like, is it hard to take your pills and get it done and take your nasty minerals and do a shot of like probiotic stuff? Or is it hard to be diagnosed with, I have like an autoimmune disease and now I'm on pills every day because I have to be? And that's what the problem with our mindset is. We look at things like, oh, it's hard, I don't feel like it, I don't want to. But then when we're forced to do it, it's like, you have the choice. Like, you could have prevented. So literally, that's my day. If you just joined us, the recap, if you want to go back and watch this whole live, I showed you guys my daily staples are a broth. I use this in everything I cook. A fat through my coconut oil, my Juice Plus and Juice Plus Omegas. I do a Kavita with added probiotics in there, a vitamin D, and then minerals, because I learned that if you don't have minerals in your body will not absorb the vitamins, so they need to go together. So I do minerals, and then I do my shake with all my fermented greens, and then for my dessert, I do my Juice Plus Complete. So that's a day in the life of my health routine. And yes, I've already been talking for like 30 minutes, and so I'm done. But yes, go back, like Erica said. I love talking about this stuff. And people were asking about, like, what do you take? What is this? What is that? So that's a day in our life of my daily staples. And by the way, everything that I showed you except for the this pill and this one, my kids take too. So I give them my shakes. I give them the Juice Plus. And this is the cool thing about Juice Plus. If you have kids, for every adult who orders Juice Plus, you can sponsor your kids to get theirs for free. So they have the gummies, which I have the gummies. I don't like the gummies, but my kids love them. My husband loves them. I have to hide them from everybody because they eat them, and we run through pretty much a box of gummies in a month, if not faster. So your kids can get it for free, ages 4 through college. Kids under 4 can eat them. Like Noli can eat the gummies if I cut them up for her so she doesn't choke. They just don't get them free, and it's not because they're not supposed to eat them. It's just because that's the program that they have. So we just got a new box of gummies. So this is the gummies. They come like this, and then you get the red. I'm waiting on the purple, but the red and green come in these bags, and then the kids love them. They're like fruit snacks, and now your kids are getting all those fruits and vegetables too. And depending on their age, they can get them free. So in a recap, like I said when I first started this video, I don't do a diet. What I follow is like a protocol, if you will, and it's basically a fat, a ferment, whole food nutrition, which is fruits and vegetables, clean protein, and limited sugar and processed food. That's what I follow. That's my rule with them. And I definitely cheat. Like I told you guys, I'm about to heat up my hat sandwich from yesterday. I always buy a whole and then I eat half one day, and then my favorite is the next day leftover. I don't know why, it just tastes so good. But I also did mention that my goal, I don't know if I'll ever fully give up meat, but my goal is to give up fast food meat, because clearly whatever cow, I don't even know if pastrami is cow, but whatever animal that they use to get this pastrami from is probably not grass-fed organic, and it's probably full of hormones and toxins. So just keep that in mind when you're eating meat from restaurants and things. You're probably eating the crappiest quality of meat. And so that's just the risk that you take, and the hormones, unfortunately, that come into those animals are coming into your body, and they're getting passed on to your kids and your babies. And we wonder why we have so many health issues in our world and so many problems. It's because of the crap that we're putting into our body. So that's my story. Hope this was helpful for you guys. If you guys have questions, of course, send them to me. I'm going to see how long this video was. It's probably too long to let me upload to YouTube, but if it lets me, I'm going to put it up there. And I hope that helps. I am going to be doing more recipes because of Indy, I've got to learn. It's actually been such a blessing. I've gotten to learn healthy sweets, like the ice cream I make for them. Even my picky child Barry eats it, and like she doesn't eat anything, and all it is frozen strawberries, that powder that I showed you guys, and coconut oil, and you blend it up and it makes ice cream. It's like creamy, it tastes good, and it's healthy for them. So yeah, that's like what I'm gonna start doing, is really I tried, because I don't know when I'm going to start doing this, if I'm just being honest, but now that I'm hiring a team to help me with content, they'll be helping me create like a schedule that I can stick to, and then I know that I'll be like, okay, this week this is what I'm making, so I'm going to record myself making the ice cream this week, and then I will post it for you guys. So hopefully that will be helpful.